FOG Andrew here, and the coach here for Family Gamers. Welcome, War Gamers, to an exciting, awesome, non-unboxing. Today, we are not going to be unboxing Marvel Crisis Protocol. So, if you saw our Indominus non-unboxing, we're going to be doing the same thing. We're not going to be unboxing Marvel Crisis Protocol because a lot of people have done that already. This game came out in, 2019, end of 2019, and we just got it now because I saw the models. You brought it up, and I saw the models. I was like, wow, those models are awesome. I love Marvel. I love comic books. We got to get this game. Let's talk about it. Right. So, we have played a few games of Marvel Crisis Protocol. We also did get, if you want to show, the Wolverine+Sabertooth and Daredevil+Bullseye expansions because I love Wolverine, you love Daredevil, we had to do it. So, we've played a few games of Marvel Crisis Protocol. What do you think of the game?
I like it a lot. I think I was a little leery at the beginning because they've done superhero games in the past and they've kind of weren't good. Mm-hmm. So I was willing to give it a chance. So when some of you guys know Hot Dice from the channel came over, brought it, we played a few games, and it was like, okay, let's get into this.
Yeah, and I also really enjoy it too, and I'm a huge comic book fan. We both are, and just seeing these characters on the table is really cool because we both love miniature games, we both love Marvel, and just seeing that stuff on the table is really, really cool. And this starter box is actually a really good starter box.
Yes.
You want to explain why it's a really good starter box?
So for $100 retail, right? Mm-hmm. Now, just to say that between Amazon and other things, you can get it for a lot cheaper than $100. Yeah. So let's just say, for sake of argument, $100. You're getting a bunch of miniatures. You're getting 10 miniatures, okay? You're getting the rule book, the cards you need, the mission cards, all that good stuff, the dice, the measuring sticks, which this is almost like Legion in the way that you need the measuring stick to move, and then you need a measuring stick for your abilities. So that all comes in it. The dice, but
a ton of tokens too.
Yeah.
A lot of tokens.
Yes, tons and tons of tokens. But the one thing that I really like, which I don't know if you guys know, I hate 2D terrain. I hate cards, and then you get the thing here. Then when you look at the table, it's like, well, that's a building. I'm hiding behind the building. No, you're not. It's a piece of cardboard that you're hiding behind, and it's flat. I hate 2D terrain. With this, it came with lampposts and crossing signs,
for example,
and the Daily Bugle newsstand, which I don't know if there are newsstands in Manhattan anymore, but we live in New York. I don't see them anymore, but I digress. The cars and whatnot, but at a 28 millimeter scale will fit in with the other stuff that we already have. So as far as a starting box, out of the box, it's pretty good. The only one thing I will say that it should have came with was maybe a paper mat to play on, because if you're going to play right out of the box, now we have, I'd say, about 12 battle mats that we could put out, different battle mats that we could put out. So that's us, veteran war gamers. But if you're just picking up Crisis Protocols because you saw the Avengers movies and you're like, I want that, I want to play these guys, and you open it up and there's no table, you're going to have to play on a kitchen table. For us, it's not going to do it. So I think they should have put a paper mat in there. That's just me. But other than that, there's really nothing you can say about that.
Yeah, it is a really good box. 5 heroes, 5 villains. It's perfectly balanced, and you have that's true. It's okay balanced.
Right.
I think us just playing with the starting characters that are in the box, some characters are way better than others.
Yeah.
Way better.
Which doesn't make sense in the Marvel universe, but I guess that's because it's the game and the way they did it.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm not complaining too much, because it's a game
and it's a starter. It's a starter. The starter isn't like you're not going to get.
You're not going to get the best character.
The best character, you're not.
You're only going to get one of the best characters probably in the game.
Yeah,
which is Baron Zemo, by the way. But like we said, we got the Wolverine+Sabertooth and Daredevil+Bullseye expansions. Sabertooth is fantastic. probably my favorite character to play.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine is also great in
Mm-hmm.
combat, amazing. Daredevil is, you play Daredevil.
So the first game, he didn't do well because I used him the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then the second game, I used him how he should have been used, and he was fantastic.
Right.
He got like maybe 2 wounds on him the whole time, and that was just because of the cubes.
Yeah.
Bullseye.
So
now, we've been reading a lot, and people saying how bad Bullseye is, but you used him. You didn't get him in combat.
Oh, I thought he was great.
You used him as like maybe essentially he was a sniper.
Yeah.
And he was fantastic. Now,
well,
why did we get Daredevil and Wolverine? Because those were basically like I love Daredevil. My 3 favorite are Daredevil, Wolverine, and Cap. So that's why we got the expansions. Your favorite, Sabertooth and Wolverine, were your 2 favorites. So we had to get it. We're not looking to yet be very competitive, or if we do a battle report, it's not going to be like, all right, we're taking these. Why'd you take those characters? They're terrible. Why'd you take them? We're taking them because we love the characters and we want to play them in the game.
Right.
And that's it. So, I think by getting the expansion with it really helped. But this game is definitely built on the expansions.
Yeah. And like you were saying before, back to Bullseye, this game is the game is objective based. You can probably just set up and try to kill each other,
right?
But I don't think it's necessarily balanced in the way that you can do that.
You can do that, but you probably won't win.
Right. But this game is you have 2 objectives. You have one. There's always one objective where you have to hold an objective, and another objective where you have to pick items up and hold them until you get points from holding them. Mm-hmm. Bullseye was great because I think he almost died because he had 1 wound left or 2 wounds left at the end of the game. But what I did was I just had him going around, basically flying all over the board, and just, okay, he grabs this, okay, now he's on the objective, okay, he's using the objective to heal, and now he's staying there, and shooting because he's got like a 4 range, which is pretty far. Like, I feel like people are just trying to get him into combat. You cannot do that with Bullseye.
And I was doing the same thing with Daredevil. He was just moving because he moves long, and he has long attacks, and he's not a hand-to-hand guy. Really used him that way, and he was great. Everybody else was good. There's a few things I think we have to play a little bit more. So you can't say that, oh, this guy's terrible, I'm not going to take him. We like to experiment a lot with stuff, and maybe there are different things and whatever. And I know there are net lists, but we really don't do that. We kind of do it ourselves. And then again, if I just want to run Ultron and Bullseye and Daredevil in the same thing, I will run Ultron, Daredevil, and Bullseye in the same thing, just for fun, knowing that I might not win, but if I do, it's awesome. So we're looking at this right now as the fun, just leaping out of the pages of the comic books and go here. Now, and it's hard, you guys don't see it, but behind the camera, there's about 480 graphic novels, and then behind that in another room, we have about 30 long boxes of comic books. So this was really a natural progression for us. But like we said, the love of comic books, you don't want to buy a crappy game that sucks, and then you have these models and they say we don't like that. We like to buy games that we want to play and what we're going to do, and then if we make battle reports, the only reason we do that is because we love that game and we want to kind of share it with everybody and get the conversation started.
Yeah, so like if you guys want to see some more videos on Crisis Protocol, we do a bunch of videos on them, battle reports. If you guys want to see that, let us know down in the comments below. Mm-hmm. Another thing is we're kind of at the point now where we're like, okay, I want to get this guy. I want to get this guy and these characters. But if you guys play Crisis Protocol, we're asking you, what do you think would be like a good expansion to get? I kind of want to keep the heroes and the villains balanced so we can have even amounts of like the Cabal and the Avengers, because there's different affiliations. Like we definitely are going to get like Ghost Rider, Kingpin, Thor, Punisher, all that stuff. I don't really care about Guardians of the Galaxy and the Black Order. I don't care.
I really want to get the Inhumans and Lockjaw, like that set, But those are things that we've read.
Right.
So it's like I want to get the Kingpin. We want to get the Kingpin because we read Daredevil and we read Spider-Man. You want to get Thor because we read Thor. We want to get the Inhumans because we read the Inhumans. I want to get, I guess, Luke Cage and Iron Fist because I want to make the Defenders with Doctor Strange. I want to put Daredevil in. So it makes sense, but we also want to be a little bit competitive. We don't want it to be so one-sided that no matter what happens, you always lose.
Right.
So,
I really don't want to get, like oh.
Let's say you get Ghost Rider for argument's sake.
Right. Like I want to get Ghost Rider. That model is awesome.
Right.
But if you guys say like, oh, Ghost Rider sucks, and then I'll be like, okay, well then maybe we'll wait on Ghost Rider. We'll look at something else. You know what I mean? Like I want to get Ghost Rider eventually.
It could be one of those purchases like, you know what? Let's just get him now, get him in the game because we got a bunch of we got a good supporting bench that we can put in around Ghost Rider and say. Now we're just kind of talking. We don't know if Ghost Rider is good or not. We're just using it as an example. But let's just say like, oh, you know what? If you put Ghost Rider with A, B, and C, he's phenomenal because he does this.
Right.
That's what we're looking to ask you guys about.
Yeah, and eventually we gotta get my girl Spider-Gwen.
Yes.
And Miles. I want to take the Web Warriors, which Daredevil is in the Web Warriors.
But it makes sense because if you read the comics, Spider-Man and Daredevil team up a lot, and they're in Manhattan, and he's at Hell's Kitchen, and Spider-Man's all of Manhattan. So
it's like you got the Spider characters, and then you got Daredevil.
Right.
There, you know what I mean?
It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense, but it does make sense.
Yeah, pretty much. But so like we said, let us know down in the comments below what you guys think we should get as our next expansion. I think MODOK and Hulk have like one new Crisis card in each. So that's like an extra mission that we can choose from.
We need some more missions because it is limited. It is a limited set.
There's only 3 of each, so there's 6 missions altogether.
So we want to, maybe expand on that. But if there's 3 cards in each, that's about I think 25 combinations you can do. So we have enough there. But as wargamers, if you're a wargamer, you know what it's like. No, this is not enough. We need more.
Yeah.
So
yeah, help us out down in the comments below, and also check out our Discord server that's linked in the description, and we can talk about it there as well.
Yes.
Check out our Patreon page that's also linked in the description as well. It helps out the channel a lot. And like the video if you like it. Let us know if you want to see more Crisis Protocol videos in the future, because I think we'll definitely do it anyway. But that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next one.